everybody, I'm here today to tell you and show you how to drive for the first time. I'll be going over a few simple things that you should keep in mind and do when driving for the first time. Now let's get right to it. Step number one is start the car. Now this car is already started because it's snowing outside and it's really cold, so I didn't want to turn it off, but you would start the car and you want to make sure that when you start the car you give it just a minute to warm up. You don't need 5 minutes, 10 minutes like people thought back in the day, or like you needed back in the day. You just need about a minute. Very simple. The second thing that you want to do is adjust the vehicle. Adjust your mirrors, adjust your seat. You want to basically adjust everything that you can adjust and you need to adjust in order to actually allow yourself to drive comfortably and safely, okay? Now, as I continue driving right now, I'm going to tell you the other things to keep in mind and do. So, number 3 is don't overthink, okay? Now, I know that it might be a little bit scary driving for the first time, and you might overthink it. You might think like, oh, this is so scary, I'm so nervous. Don't overthink it. Listen, you got your license, which means that the driving test examiner thought that you were a good enough driver to actually have a license. So that's why you got your license. So with that being said, if you overthink it, all that you're doing is fooling yourself into thinking that you're not as good of a driver as you actually are. You are an excellent driver because you got your license. You are at least a good enough driver to get your license. So with that being said, if you overthink it, like I said, you're kind of just fooling yourself into actually being nervous for no reason. So just relax. It's normal to be nervous, and nerves are a good thing because they usually show that you actually care about what you're doing. So with that being said, just be nervous, be a little bit nervous. That's perfectly fine. That's perfectly normal. But definitely don't overthink whatever it is that you're going to be doing on the road. Okay, it's literally as simple as that. So don't overthink it. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about is to start off slow on side streets, and that's number 4 in this video. When you're driving for the first time, you don't want to go right onto the highway right away. You want to start off slow on side streets. Okay, so like literally stick to the area around your house. You want to stick to that area first. Then number 5 is work your way onto bigger things. Once you've become comfortable with driving on those side streets around your house, well, then you want to move on to bigger things. You want to move on to maybe main roads. Then you want to move on to intersections that are further away from your house. Then you want to move on to maybe highway driving for a short period of time. Then highway driving for a longer period of time, and so forth. And the last factor that I want to talk about, and this is probably the most important thing when it comes to actually driving for the first time, is you should try to avoid all distractions. Now, as you gain experience as a driver, you can start to incorporate minor distractions into your driving. Things like turning the radio on, things like talking to your friends in the car, not like texting and driving. I mean like minor little distractions while you drive. Now with that being said, you know, at the beginning when you're driving for the first time, you really want to try to avoid as many distractions as you possibly can. And it's a key factor to driving safely. But just remember, just relax. You got this. You can do it. And that's it. I mean, in this video, I just wanted to tell you how to drive a car for the first time ever alone, and just tell you to sort of relax. And even if you're driving for the first time with someone, like you just got your learner's permit, these things can pretty much still apply to you because you're still going to want to avoid distractions. You're still going to want to start slow and build up. You're still going to want to not overthink things. You're still going to want to start the car and adjust it to your needs, and so forth. And that's it. If you like the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.